Hello citizens and welcome back. This is our match reaction to Man City 2, Leicester 0 in the Premier League. Make sure to hit like, hit subscribe. Let's jump into it. So, first up, before the game even started, the City fans were protesting outside. I mean, it looked pretty empty. I gave my season ticket to my cousin today because I've got things to do early hours in the morning. When I be getting back about midnight. Yeah, it looked quite empty. And to be fair, I'm on board with the fans in the sense that the club are really putting money ahead of fans. And I get it, it's the Premier League. And I know the club are under pressure to make money, particularly with the clubs around us always doing it, like United, when they're forcing their things onto people. And other clubs like Chelsea and Arsenal and Liverpool and that. I mean, I'm assuming that's why we joined the failed Super League, because it's all about pressure and we can't be left behind. I get it. We still need to put your local fans first, and the fans prove that if they don't go, nobody goes. You know, our fan base might be global, but it's not that big. So yeah, big up to the fans for that before the game even started. Going into the game, look, we started off well. Grealish got a goal. It's good to see Grealish play as well and play central. I like that. I think Grealish is much better central than he is out wide. He affects the game a lot more. You know, he carries the ball really well. He wins a lot of free kicks. Yeah, it was a big performance from him today, and I think he was one of the brightest backs. I know he won 2-0. We dominated the game. Leicester were goddamn awful. No wonder they're going straight back down. They're a dreadful team. They really are, and they put in a dreadful performance. So it is hard to judge play performances, but I do think Grealish played well. I thought Nico played well. Gonzalez, I thought he did a good job. O'Reilly looked really good again on the left-hand side. Yeah, Mamouchi's a live wire, isn't he, with Doku and Savinho on the other side. But look, games like this, where you're just coasting first gear, you really get to see kind of what people's real end product is. This is kind of game that shows people off, because these are the kind of games that you should get 5 or 6 goals. You know, a Leicester team who came into the game not caring if they lost. They didn't care. They didn't play for the badge. Them Leicester players. Honestly, they're a dreadful team. One of the worst I've seen ever. But going into our performance, I've been saying it multiple times this season. Doku, Savinho, really good. I would still switch them. I've been saying that for months as well. Switch them for the love of God. Put them on their natural side. I think they'll be much more dangerous. But you really get to see both of them at work a lot in this game, and they both lack end product, massively lack end product. Doku, I think, should be a little bit more further forward in terms of his progression, because he's been with us for a little bit longer. Savinho, obviously, he's just been here relatively short time, and next year we'll see what he's all about. But Doku should be really doing better. And in games like this, where we kind of returned to the false 9 situation a few years ago, when we didn't have a striker for a year, when Pep proved to the Premier League that he could win it without a striker, you know. And there's a lot of movement in the box. Everybody wants to get on the end of it. Everybody wants to score. I get that, you know, because like I said, this is the kind of game you should really bolster your stats. I mean, even Grealish scored. But that being said, Doku and Savinho, they need a quicker footballing brain, and they need I don't know what it is. They just need to work on that final product, because neither can really shoot and neither can really pass or cross. But everyone else, they do fine. They're good with the feet. They're good at going past players. You know, they're quick. I'm not going to go on about the work rate or anything, because, again, this game didn't really show anything like that. But maybe, if, like I said, if Pep does switch them on the other sides, maybe we would get a better performance out of them, well, better end products out of them. I mean, Savinho, he really needs to do better. His shots are wild. It reminds me of Rico Lewis a couple of years ago. But still Rico Lewis now, whenever he gets inside the box, he just smashes as hard as he can rather than trying and hit the target. But other than that, you know, good performance all around from the team. It was just a dreadful game, and I think we caught all of them without even playing it. We should have just turned up and Leicester gone, you have the points, and we'll just not bother playing. So yeah, good one. And I can't really decide if this is the kind of game you want before you play United or not, because do you want a harder game so the players are much more on it, or do you want a game where you just coast through first gear and you don't really have any competitiveness about the game? So it was basically a friendly this. Both teams going through the motions. Is that going to hurt us going into night game? I hope not. Well, at least we got through with no extra injuries, or at least I hope so. You know, no extra damage done. We kept a clean sheet as well, which was really nice. So all in all, big 3 points, important 3 points, definitely needed. And it's nice to see kind of City of the old getting back into their ways. A big up as well to Oscar Bob, seeing him back. He's going to be an absolute star in the future if he picks up where he left off before his injuries. Good to see him back in the team. And yeah, all round, he's a game. What else can you say? Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking it out. Hit like, hit subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think. Bye-bye.